Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace AC and heater fan motor. Usually you'll start hearing the motor groan or make a higher pitched squeaking noise. That's when you know it's starting to get bad, and sometimes they do just quit altogether. The fan in this vehicle is actually molded into place, so you do have to cut it out. The tools you'll need are a flat blade screwdriver, a utility knife. You'll need a drill with a 1/2-inch bit to drill out a couple of plastic rivets, a small socket and ratchet, and 8 small coarse thread bolts or screws.
The lead goes in right here, right above your passenger's feet. Just use a screwdriver and press the tabs there and it comes right out. And then you take a nice sharp razor knife and you actually just cut. There's a groove all the way around the motor. And you just push your razor knife right up into it.
Okay, now I'm going to speed up the tape. Obviously you want to do this very carefully. Be very careful not to cut yourself with the razor knife. Like I said, there's a groove all the way around. Stick your razor knife up in there and just pull or push in a controlled manner and work your way all the way around the motor. There is a block in the front of the motor where the groove basically does not exist, and that's the part where you try and cut that into that as much as possible, and in the end probably a little piece of that will break off.
Okay, now the motor is held to this housing with 2 plastic rivets. I'm just going to use a 3/8 drill.
Okay, and again I'm going to speed up here as I just drill those 2 plastic rivets. They're pretty easy. Don't use a lot of pressure. You don't want to drill too far through. Drill a little bit with the 3/8, and then I actually do switch to a 1/2-inch diameter drill bit to finish it off. Push down on the 2 studs where you remove the nuts and separate the plastic housing from the motor.
Okay, the old motor comes out. New motor from 1AAuto. Okay, all exactly the same as the old motor. Make sure that you put, this is where the, okay, obviously here's where the lead goes. That goes to the corresponding area on this housing. Down on.
And speed up here again as I put those 2 nuts on and then tighten them up. You don't want to tighten them incredibly tight, but you want them nice and firm.
Okay, now you'll need 8 of these small coarse thread bolts. And that basically you just use them in place of the rivets and molding.
Fast forward here as I just use, like I said, some small coarse thread bolts about the size of the diameter of the holes, and bolt that together. You use them in place of where the rivets were, as well as you'll use a ring provided with the motor to reinstall it.
Okay, obviously we can't mold it back in, so it comes with a ring.
Put the ring in place and then use the small bolts to bolt it onto the plastic. You want to make sure your bolts aren't too long. You only want them to be about 1 centimeter long or so, or else they could interfere with the fan if they go too far through the housing. Okay, I'm going to go through this kind of relatively fast. You've got the new motor with the ring on it. put it up in there, start a couple of the bolts in by hand as much as you can, then get the two ones that are easiest to get to, tighten them up somewhat, and then you can tighten the third one that's more difficult to get to, tighten that one up, and then just reconnect the lead and you should be all set. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.